Welcome. You're just seconds away from the Brawdy Show, where listener participation is strongly encouraged. Well, unless, of course, you're easily triggered, then listener discretion is strongly advised. And if you fall into the latter camp, why don't you just mortal up already?
Thanks for listening to the Brawdy Show. It's time to mortal up.
Well, it's now just afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 530th. Oh, my good golly, where does time go? The 530th episode of the Brawdy Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's title, Time for a New Rope, right? We hear it all the time. All kinds of texts and emails that we get going, I'm just at the end of my rope. I absolutely know how that feels. So what it means, time to get a new rope. That's all I'm saying. All right, so we've got a lot of cool things that we're going to get to today, including a little bit of an explanation about that. Let me say hello to Wayne. Wayne, what's going on before we jump in and throw ourselves head on into the Twitter wars? What's going on in your world today?
Just right now, I'm just trying to get everything going, making sure everything's working the way it's supposed to work.
All right, very cool. Well, I appreciate it. So speaking of getting everything to work the way it's supposed to work, can you cue the little Twitter pterodactyl? The question begs to be asked. So we will. Twitter. A bird of prey, a voracious raptor, or a little Tweety bird? You make the call. All right, yeah, I think one day, Wayne, let's get the big red New York Post logo right up in there so everyone knows what we're doing. If you don't know, what I'll do is I'll just show you the phone real quick. There you go. Now you get an idea. Let me see where the camera is. Does that work like this?
There you go.
There you go. There you go, New York Post. That'll do it. So what we do every day here until Twitter decides to let the New York Post, which coincidentally, if you don't know this, the fourth largest news media feed on Twitter. If you don't know that, then basically Twitter says you either play by my rules or we're going to take your feed and go home. And that's exactly what they've done. Jack Dorsey and the gang over at Spitter, we'll get to that a little bit later. They've decided that they're going to shut down the New York Post Twitter feed. So here's what we do to kick off every show. We're going to read the top 3 stories on the New York Post right off my phone, as you see, right as we come live on air. We're going to read the top 3 stories. Now, we can't compete with the amount of traffic that they got over on Spitter, right? The normal daily traffic they receive. But it's just my way of doing what we can. Everyone does a little bit, right? So it's our way. All right, so let me say, a woman is decapitated as a knife-wielding man kills 3 in suspected France terror attack, which makes me think right away, obviously our heart goes out to the survivors, the woman that was decapitated. But here's why I say, Wayne, when we talk about the Second Amendment, and we talk about all the time what I call retractable clause, right? Mm-hmm. You have to be in a position to be able to defend yourself and your family and the people sitting around you, your loved ones, your friends. And I'm just heartbroken that people think that they can run around with knives and there isn't going to be someone that stands up, right? There's someone that says, no, your evil's about enough. It's time for me to slam the door, right, on your evil. Just not going to happen. So quick face punch for you, right? That's all I'm saying. You hate to see people lose their lives because some nut, right? Whether it's a knife, whether it's a box cutter. And speaking of nuts with knives and box cutters, second story, Malaysia Prime Minister, quote, Muslims have the right to, quote, kill millions of French people. Now, here's the former Prime Minister of Malaysia said Muslims have the right to be angry and kill millions of French people. And this comes just hours after an attack yelling Allah Akbar, beheaded one woman and killed 2 others in a church in France. And I don't know, if you're new to cutlery, it takes a lot to saw off a human head. And what doesn't help is political officials going, oh, yeah, Muslims have the right to kill millions of French people. So those are the top 2 stories. Now, getting to the number 3 story, which is why we're doing this. So we're going to do 4 stories today, Wayne. just kind of to bring everyone online as to why we do it. Story number 3, Twitter, Jack Dorsey, he could do a role. He could play Moses in the next movie, right? He could, if Yul Brynner was still around to play the king of Egypt, Jack could absolutely play Moses in that. He's looked like he's ready to give down the 10 Commandments. But as far as him laying down the law, New York Post says, hey, it's a blackmail operation. Cooperate with what I say or no traffic for you. Remember the Seinfeld episode, Wayne, the soup Nazi? If you didn't do exactly what he said, no soup for you. No soup. No soup. Get out. No soup. And everyone had to jump through the hoops because he was the soup Nazi. Everyone had to do exactly what he said. Or, out of my store. It's my soup. No soup for you. Celebrity voices are impersonated. Thank you very much. Save the applause. All right. And so our 4th story, I can't leave without talking about this one, right? Because here's the progressive, the leftist. Oh, let's be in it for everyone, this and that. Story number 4, AOC rocks. Arguable whether she's rocking that outfit. It looks like it's draping off of her. But who am I, right? I'm not a runway critic. AOC rocks a $14,000 designer outfit for an anti-Trump Vanity Fair cover shoot. Well, let's dive a little deeper into this rocket scientist. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And don't worry, we got plenty of rocket scientists that'll be on the show today. Let me tell you. She's busy, outfit, clad. I have to tell you, I do like the double-breasted look. I always wore double-breasted suits when I was younger. I do like the look. But in any event, she's rocking for the Vanity Fair cover, an attack on President Trump. Oh, well, I can't even say that. I know right away, Wayne, there's all kinds of words I try to get away with, but that is not one of them. So she calls the President Trump another word. The Bronx-born bartender turned politician, aren't they all? Trying to sell a Kool-Aid, whether it's a bartender selling you something to get you intoxicated, or it's a progressive politician telling you about how great life will be if you elect us. The Bronx bartender turned politician was even allowed to keep a $2,800 fringed suit as a part of the shoot. The site broke down the price tags for all of AOC's pricey looks in the December issue, blah, 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 blah. Total, the wardrobe rang up to $14,000. I don't know about you, Wayne. Do you have well, let me ask you, do you have a wardrobe?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I got like some shelves. I don't even think it's a real closet. I've got like some shelves, right? Because I like to get the same shirts and the same pants, same shoes, same socks, wear them every day. I get 10 of them at a time. So every day I look the same way, but I just go through and I get a new pair of pants, new shirt, new boxers. They're briefs, actually, right? And socks, and then I'm out with the same outfit. So you don't have a wardrobe. But this wardrobe, according to the New York Post article, this wardrobe was a total of $14,310. Damn it, Wayne. She is a woman of the people.
But the next question is,
What?
The next question is going to be, is she going to report that on her 2020 taxes?
That's right. It is a gift. She has to, I would think. So we'll see. Oh, don't
It's a
tip
gift
anything.
over a certain value.
Yeah, it's got anything over. I don't own a clothing totaling $14,000. I can tell you that much. So there it is, the top 4 stories of the New York Post. Hey, Jack, do the right thing. Open up their feed. Don't play more insane than most people think you already are. Just let them go. They're a news agency. Although pretty soon he's going to lose his protection shield, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Let me say hello quickly to Miss Putnam. Miss Putnam, thank you so very much for joining us here on the Facebook feed. Let me say hello to people listening at Spitter and, of course, on YouTube as well. If you're listening to the live version, welcome to RadioBri.com, MortalUp.com. You know how that is. If you're listening to the tape version, welcome on Spotify, on iTunes, on iHeartRadio. All right, Wayne, let's run to our next little shindig.
The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent.
Time as any to let everybody know that, look, just because it's my view doesn't mean we're going to be all kumbaya, right? Some of the sponsors, like Certifiable Brilliance, Counterpunch Media, They may not endorse some of the things that I say. I have a sneaking suspicion that they will, but they may not. So not all the views endorsed on this show or even spoken on the show work for everyone. And we just wanted to throw that in. We most certainly appreciate it. All right, Wayne, it is time because we have an action-packed show today. I don't want to sound like Sean Hannity. I had to give up watching the boy, right? Every day can't be so packed he can barely slow down his speech. But what are we doing for our next segment?
Lowlifes making headlines, or as we like to call it around here, brains that make your blood boil. Here's your brittle brain atop a balsa wood spine for today.
Whatever it is, ABC, ACB, she was appointed to the Supreme Court. And as one would, given that she's a really bright, really intelligent, really just all around educated in terms of what they're asking her to do. One of the best to be appointed to the Supreme Court. And as I said, to kick it all off, a woman. And the Girl Scouts congratulated them until little Miss Ayanna, I spell Presley with two S's just to handle the stupidity. Presley says, oh, well, she's an antithesis of legal rights. She's not qualified for the job. She's not even, right? There's no way this woman should have the job. And I'm always worried about people that stick both fingers up in the air, right? Not like the football guy the other day from the Cardinals that flipped everybody off, whatever that lowlife's name was. But anyone that says to you, oh, give me your attention, like they're directing an airplane, right, to come to the gate. They got two fingers stuck up in the air. So this brainiac wins today along with the Girl Scouts, and you're going, Brian, but why did you pick on the Girl Scouts? The Girl Scouts went ahead and congratulated her on her ascent to the Supreme Court. Well, here's where it gets a little thick. Our friendly Congresswoman, member of the squad, member of the same ACB, who just wore the has the $14,000 wardrobe, but she's a woman of the people. Damn it, woman of the people. Wore the $14,000 wardrobe. She's a member of that same squad. Well, she complained on Spitter, and when she complained, Girl Scouts went ahead and pulled the tweet down. And Wayne, how that always just incenses me, right? That gets me, because if you're going to tweet something, if you're going to Facebook, if you're going to post, if you're going to say something, then stand by it, right? If you're courting incoming fire, then just stand by what you posted. But the Girl Scouts caved to the Congresswoman and her little hissy fit, right? People go, oh, I can't believe you said hissy fit. Well, to be honest with you, I said hissy fit because I forgot, right, that I have the little baby crying. Right. Hold on, squad member. You don't like that the Girl Scouts thanked or congratulated the newest Supreme Court justice for her ascent, getting through all the trials, all the tribute, everything it took to get there. You don't like it that the Girl Scouts happened to mention that. So you put both of your fingers in the air, right? Both of your fingers, right? Want to make sure. Let me punctuate what I'm going to say. Just listen between my two fingers for the sound of air rushing in. Just listen right here. But because she complained, the Girl Scouts went ahead and pulled it down. Now, of course, I tried to mix it up with her over on Spitter. No comment, right? No comment whatsoever. Girl Scouts, have some courage, right? Have some fortitude. Have some grit. If you post it, stand by it. Don't like a bully like this woman. You don't like that I called her a bully? This would be an opportune time, Wayne. I mentioned a little bit of this yesterday, but I did some research. You know me, always want to be spot on. So let me just bring this up to say. So no, it's not that page. So here's the deal. Everyone should know, I hope by now, the lowest place that you can go on the face of the earth, even though it's in the ocean, the lowest place you can possibly go is the Marianas Trench. I don't know if people know that. Lowest place, Marianas Trench. Can't get any deeper. Miles and miles and miles deep in the ocean, right? Now, a lot of people might not know that the Dead Sea, 1,360 feet below sea level. Wow, that's pretty deep. Laguna del Carbon in Argentina, 344 feet deep. Now, I've hiked Death Valley. I know what it's like. So you got the Marianas Trench at 7 miles deep, right? The Dead Sea at 1,300 plus feet. Laguna del Carbon at 340 feet. Death Valley, 282 feet below sea level. And even at that level, my concern about your opinion couldn't be any less. Just couldn't be. You're at the Marianas Trench, 7 miles below the, sea level. And I couldn't go any lower in terms of my concern about what your opinion is of the things that I think. So if you don't like it that I said that Congresswoman Presley holds both fingers up like that, so it's kind of like a wind tunnel, she can feel the wind blowing through, I couldn't care less. Even less than if I was not, you can't go lower than the Marianas Trench, Wayne. You can't go lower. Here in the United States, you can't go lower than Death Valley. I've been there, Badwater Basin. I could, my level of care as to your opinion of me is even less, if you can be, than Death Valley. All right, so there you have it. Lowlifes making headlines for today. The Girl Scouts and also Congresswoman Presley. I know Wayne is busy, right? As we say all the time, we're going to get, when they're suitable for framing. When you see the certificates, you're really going to dig them. They're suitable for framing. We're going to rush a couple of those certificates right off in the mail for our Lowlifes making headlines dual winners. And the Girl Scouts, I don't even think I would find the head of their social media. There she is. Okay, can you feel the air? Right? If it ricochets between my left finger and my right finger, can you feel it? Can you feel it? I don't even know who we would send it to at the Girl Scouts, Wayne, but I trust you'll figure that out. Suitable for framing. These things, they're really nice. Gold flake, everything else. Lowlifes making headlines. You get the date. You get that all in there, right? So they're really a nice certificate. Wayne will go ahead and bang them out. Oh, maybe. Let's use a different carrier than Hunter Carlson did when his producer, Wayne, what do you think? We'll need a different carrier. Whatever that carrier was that sent those scripts across the country for Hunter to get when he was in Los Angeles. Let's not use that carrier, right? If it ever leaks who it was, Wayne, let's not use that. Let's use another carrier that will help today's winners get their certificate. All right, so here's what I want to do, because they're trying this whole thing about hitting these 10-minute breaks. So, Wayne, at a minute early, let's go ahead, cue up the next one, and then we're going to jump right in.
Portions of this broadcast have been pre-recorded.
Why? Because you can't get these people to hit a call time. They're the worst. Nah, I'm just kidding. We love our guests.
So portions of this show are pre-recorded. I bought myself an extra minute, so here's what we're going to do. I didn't even have a chance to tell Wayne about this, so we'll just run with it for a second, and then we'll go down this list. You're gonna be amazed by some of these things. The clipboard of doom. That's right. In the closing 20 seconds, the clipboard of doom, I got to talk about Spotify pulling Alex Jones's interview from the Joe Rogan playlist. So here's Joe Rogan on his back, right? Apparently, I'm told his studios aren't recording any more episodes because of COVID. Someone on his staff came up with it. So from today's clipboard of doom, Spotify pulls Alex Jones interview. All right, we did that. We just did the Girl Scouts versus Ridley. Yeah, I get up early in the morning and fill these things out. Widespread stupidity. There's not enough time for that. Oh, I'll save the C scam. You're going to you wait to see what Wayne's done. Just brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Also, and this one near and dear to my heart from Chicago. Apparently, Kamala Harris, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Kamala Harris is doing some robocalls. I know you and I hate them, right? You pick up your phone and they're really crafty. They either pick your own area code. So you go, oh, it's a local call. I got to take this. Could be important, right? Your own area code. Or they pick places that are really exotic. Like, well, yes, I'll take a call from Miami Beach. Or, oh, yes, I'll take a call from Las Vegas. Why? Wait a minute. Someone from San Diego is calling me? Well, you're damn right. I'm going to put everything on hold to take this call. You know what I'm talking about, these robocalls. So they get these robocalls coming in. Kamala Harris is now doing one for Kim Fox, playing the race card like it's going out of style in the Windy City, my former hometown. Kim Fox. So Kamala Harris trying to get Kimmy elected is saying, quote, she is smart on crime. And I think, given the events of late, the only one that thinking she's smart on crime is Jesse Smollett, whatever his name. However, Wayne, how's he pronounce his name? Smollett?
I think it's Smollett.
Yeah, he's taking a hint from Don Lemon. Now his name is Don Lemon over at the Circus News Network. But now Kamala Harris doing the robocall. There you have it once again, the clipboard of doom. I should edit that to be just the guy screaming. We have to figure out where I'm going to put it now. The clipboard of doom. Yeah, clipboard of doom. I think I'm going to end that segment just with the guy screaming like he's trying to pull his hair out. All right, Wayne, what are we heading to next before we get to the bottom of the hour? Jousting with journalists. Cracking the eggshell intellects parading as reporters.
Well,
Doing their best. Giving the Fourth Estate a bad name. Breaking certain news stories like hitting a piñata with a bat. I was never very good at baseball, so I don't have a personal understanding of what a metal bat sounds like hitting a ball other than that sound effect. It's just, right? I could have done a face punch. Maybe I should have done that instead. All right, so jousting with journalists. Wayne, who am I picking a fight with today? Can you remind me? I'm so busy looking at the clock. Oh, from Meet the Mess. MTP, or soon to be MTM, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. MTM Daily on MSNBC. Political director, too. Oh, our jousting with journalist, Chuck Todd. Here's what happened. As you know, I get up every morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock, whenever it hits me, I get up bright and early, which is when I come up with my clipboard of doom, right? Where here's the things I want to make sure we get in today so that when Wayne and I talk, I have a checklist of things I want to go down. And of course, again, I didn't get to the, what didn't I get to? Oh, the widespread stupidity going on in the world today. We'll get to that maybe tomorrow. But you know what I'm talking about, right? It's everywhere. So I'm up this morning and I happened to put on QVC for conservatives. Of course, I'm talking because I try to listen to a little bit of Howard Stern, try to listen to a little bit of Rush Limbaugh, I try to listen across the spectrum. And this morning I happen to have on Hugh Hewitt. Now, look, here's the thing with Hugh. You can go on and on and on about how sharp, how bright, how fascinating, how dialed in Chuck Todd is. This is a guy who got a selfie. He took his own selfie, some random selfie with, the Stanley Cup in the background. This is how sharp this brainiac is. Well, I heard Chuck Todd say today, this whole Biden-Hunter thing, Bunter Hyden thing, thank you, I'll get it. Oh, man. Bunter Hyden thing is just all made up by Rudy Giuliani, right? So here's the guy, Hugh Hewitt. Now, let me give you a little bit I get it that Hugh wants to be tight. Hugh wants to be on MSNBC. Hugh's doing whatever he can. I'm sick of insiders. Hugh Hewitt, go away as far as I'm concerned. Just go. Well, I've been on the inside. I'm coming from in the Beltway. Well, you're the part of the problem. Inside the Beltway is why we're in the mess we're in. Why I have to write down on the clipboard to make sure we talk about, widespread stupidity. So here's the reason why I'm off on Hugh Hewitt this morning. Oh, Chuck Todd, one of the smartest minds in the business. Here's why I don't think he is smart. He blamed the whole thing. And this gets me, Wayne. When people say they don't take responsibility, they blame someone else. Oh, this whole Biden-Hunter thing, right? This whole thing. And his dad says today, Clueless Joe says that, my son is the smartest guy I know. Smartest guy I know. Really? The smartest guy, the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, then. Good to know. Good to know. So jousting with journalists for today, forget about that you try to get a selfie taken with the Stanley Cup. That's your picture, which I predict Wayne will be removed very shortly after he hears this. But Hugh Hewitt, here's another journalist I'm jousting with. I've been an insider. I'm from in the Beltway. Look, I love the fact that I'm the ultimate outsider because I think there's some collusion going on, and it has nothing to do with Adam Shifty Schiff. Now I have 2 elections I'm watching. Kim Foxx in Chicago, the race baiter that she is. Kim Foxx in Chicago, and also Adam Schiff out there in California, because they're both up. As you told me, Wayne, he's up in November. So I got my finger on the pulse. I'm watching those 2 local elections as well on what has to be the greatest night in the history of the world to be alive, election night coming up. But really, our jousting with journalists, really, you can't even talk about the story because you think it's Russian disinformation. You're throwing a decorated veteran and his family name. You're throwing him under the bus. And you don't want to say Russian collusion, so let's just blame Rudy Giuliani. Now, I don't know if Rudy Giuliani is to blame, but as a reporter at Meet the Mess, as the political director over at MSNBC, right, you'd think you'd at least, who are you, Twitter? Who are you, Jack Dorsey over at Twitter? That's why he gets the jousting with journalist dig for today, because it's just insane. If there's any truth to the story, here's the question. Why don't you air it? Why don't you run with it, Chucky? Right? My second favorite Chucky, of course, my first favorite Chucky being Chucky Schumer. But Chucky, why don't you run the story? I didn't deputize you to be the go-between for information and my ears, my sensibilities. I didn't deputize you. I didn't deputize Jack Dorsey to be the one that decides. Now, okay, let me just say, cue all the people. Oh, they're private companies. They can say whatever they want. You wait till Jack Dorsey gets the same treatment as Chuck Todd does. You wait when they go ahead and do away with those social media platforms, do away with the 230 protection, the liability shield. You wait till Ted Cruz is done mopping the floor and gets rid of this protection, so that now if you're going to censor someone's speech, you're going to be just like a media outlet, the media outlet that you are. And it's wild. We're bookending this first half hour, Wayne. We're bookending, right, by saying we're sticking up for the New York Post and we're sticking up for free speech everywhere, beating back the brittle brains atop balsa wood spines that are busy going, here's a private company. He can do whatever he wants. Great, including saying goodbye to his shield when they get through with him. All right, so there you go. Jousting with journalists for the day. Little Chucky Todd. Let's count down the days, Wayne, to see how long it is before he changes his social media picture. Again, all I'm saying is, if you're the head of Meet the Mess, you can't walk over and hand your phone to someone and have the picture taken with the actual Stanley Cup. You got to do it like one of these people that wants you to see how great they look in the mirror, and they're holding the camera and they're trying to position it so their abs look good and this and that. You can't find someone to take the picture for you. That's why he's in our jousting with journalists for today. All right, Wayne, look at us. We got to the bottom of the hour. If you would, let's cue all that. What all that means is, we're going to open the phone lines here in just a little bit, throwing down the gauntlet as I was earlier in the day. I'll check the Spitter feed during this quick break, and we will be right back.
You're listening to The Brian Brawdy Show. Why? Because you know the truth when you hear it. He'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Brian Brawdy Show, brought to you by our good friends at Counterpunch Media and Certifiable Brilliance. It's time to buckle up. I got to tell you, Wade, when I heard you say shush, it reminded me of growing up in Catholic school where a nun would smack me with they used to have pointers or rulers, yardsticks they would bring. Because, right, they were COVID vogue, right, long before it was chic. And they're like, I don't want to get too close to that kid. What could he possibly have? Which reminds me, we're getting ready for Halloween here in the Ohio area. So I'll be using, I thought about this, right? Because kids are going to go out and trick or treat. And right, because I always want to obey. I always want to conform to the 6-foot rule. So I cut a piece, about a 6-foot piece, Wayne, of PVC pipe. And I'll be I know you think I'm making this up. Hold on. I didn't eat it yet. Hold on. Let me check my pockets. What I'm going to be doing is, if I can't pass candy out in the lacrosse stick, right, I got these little Snickers bars, and I'm going to be putting them in an inch diameter PVC pipe, and I'm going to be spitting them at the kids that come up to the door like a blow dart. Right? So they get their yeah, now that I think about it, that's probably right. Probably don't want to use a blow dart, but right, just in case. So I'll go back to using the lacrosse stick. I'll put the candy in the lacrosse stick, and if they ring the doorbell, of course I'll wear a plastic glove. I don't know. I like the blow dart idea. I got to tell you, I keep going back to that. But I'll stick the candy out in a lacrosse stick so that no one could say I didn't toe the line when it came to the 6-foot distance rule. What do you think, Wayne? Should it be a lacrosse stick, or should I go with the blow dart?
Probably the lacrosse stick.
Probably the lacrosse stick. Well, you know what I'm thinking now? I'm going to have you do the whole phone lines are open thing, because this Snickers bar, it's a fun size Snicker bar. I should say that. It's fun size Snicker. It's not M&Ms. It will melt in your hands and your mouth. But I'm going to eat this Snickers bar because it's warm. It's kind of soggy. So let's go ahead, Wayne. What are we running to at the bottom of the hour?
The phone lines are open. Now's your chance to mortal up and give Brian a shout, because your opinion deserves to be heard. Dial toll-free 1-833-MORTAL-1. That's 833-MORTAL-1.
Oh, crap. I thought that segment was longer. All right, excuse me as I finish my fun-size Snickers bar, which, according to Wayne, I'll be handing out in a lacrosse stick a good bit later. I think you're probably right, Wayne. Right? Although... they work in the blow dart, the PVC pipe. They work as a blow dart. I got to tell you that. It's unbelievable. It doesn't work in the didgeridoo, right? Because it's too much. The didgeridoo, I have 2 or 3 of them. I love them. But the mouthpiece is too big, right? So you can't use it as a blow dart. That's why I went with the PVC pipe. All right, the phone lines are now open. Give us a call, 833-MORTAL, mortal, and the numeral 1, because, you know, around here, we believe you're the number 1 mortal. Also, if you want to text us, 833-667-8251. That's the hieroglyphic of the whole thing. Wayne, I got some more breaking news. Please stand by. I do love the sound of that gong. It's time for the breaking news gong. And yes, you know who you are. Thank you very much for sending me the link. Wayne, you sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
You ready?
I'm ready.
What is UPS? That's not the Postal Service. That UPS is what can Brown do for you, right?
Yep.
Okay. Breaking news. What can Brown do for you? Well, if you're Tucker Carlson, they can lose the contents of your package. Breaking just now, coming across the wire, as they like to say. UPS confirmed Thursday that the contents of a package sent to Fox News host Tucker Carlson. What can Brown do for you? We can make sure you get an empty box. That's what we can do. Quote, UPS is conducting an urgent investigation into this matter and regrets that the package was damaged. Oh, is that what it was? Right, Wayne?
Yeah, somebody didn't tear the package open and steal what was in it.
Oh, well, maybe they used like a box cutter. That could be a clue right there, right? Maybe it's the former Malaysian prime minister that said that all Muslims should kill French people, or that they have the right to kill French people.
You know, it might be Hillary Clinton's people, too. You know, they've got pretty good records.
No, she would have wiped it clean. What you mean, like with some soap and rags?
Oh,
right?
bleach bit.
Okay, but yeah, a bleach bit. That's it. Why didn't they just bleach bit the material? Right? Because that would be funny. See, now there's some comedy shtick. Now there's something we can sink our teeth into. They should have put blank pages in the box, duct taped it back up, and then sent it on to Tucker. Geez, I should hire some smarter people on my staff, Carlson. But according to the Daily Beast, noting that the package was reported with missing contents as it moved. Oh, missing. What could it be missing, Wayne? Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. We talked about this earlier. The package in question, Carlson told viewers on Wednesday night, contained confidential documents damning, D-A-M-N-I-G, damning to the Biden family. So here's my thing. I like Tucker Carlson. I've met him before. Seems, right? Seems like an okay guy. I minded him more when he wore bow ties all the time because as a fashion statement, if you're going to make one, Wayne, I say just wear a bolet, right?
Yeah.
The little medallions with the leather straws from the Southwest that stick out. I say wear a medallion. Oh, maybe this is UPS calling.
No.
Would it be great, Wayne, if it's UPS, we could lose their call?
Just hold.
I'll hold. Please stand by. All customers are busy helping other guests. But in any event, there was something specific going on behind the scenes, and we did feel we should tell you about it, Carlson says. The money this week were received from a source, a collection of confidential documents. All right, you can go to, I'm sure the New York Post is probably running the article now as well. You can go there if you want more information.
Press 1. To send the voicemail, press 2. To hear the phone number, press...
Really?
Well, I guess we ain't working again.
It ain't working again. All right, well then, I don't know how it can't be working, right? But we did get our phone service from UPS. So they can deliver the call. It's just the contents of the call doesn't make it through, just like UPS, right? We'll deliver your package. What can Brown do for you? We'll deliver empty boxes. I love it. And just in time for the holidays, Wayne. You can get an empty box delivered. Oh, okay. I'm getting another tweet right now. Thank you very much. And yes, you can tweet us. We're always fired up to get them. 833-667-8251. 833-667-8251. Oh, this text. Oh, from radio.com. What you should and shouldn't bring to the polls. Now, did I see Wayne, speaking of polls, and let's try kind of tie it in for you while we're waiting on the caller. Did I see that a Michigan Superior Court judge said, no, you can't give a directive blocking open carry to the polls? Did you guys have a politician there in Michigan that said, oh, no, no, no. Don't bring firearms on your hip if you're a Michigander.
That's exactly
if your governor
what
is
happened.
the Alyssa Milano lookalike. What's her name? Help me with her name again.
Gretchen Whitmer.
Gretchen Whitmer. Now, Wayne, I have a voicemail from that's come over. So apparently we have a voicemail. So here's what we'll do. If you're listening, I don't want to give the number out, but if you're listening, try us back. Or, Wayne, I'm going to send you this. Maybe call them, give them the direct studio line because their voicemail definitely came through. Let me send this to Wayne, and you never can tell, right? Let's see what it is that they, not that picture, you dope. That picture. Yeah, cutting edge expertise I have here. All right, so we're going to save it to photos. We're going to go in like this. Done. Then we're going to go here. We're going to go here. Watch this happen. Then we're going to send this to a Mr. Wayne. Wayne, if you would, reach back out, see if they want to come on air. If not, don't forget. So we have this thing if the phone lines are open. We would love. That's what we'll do, Wayne. Let's do this. So the phone lines are tied up, are they? Well, you're welcome to leave us a message. And because your voice deserves to be heard, we just might play the recording on air. So sit up straight, take a deep breath, belt it out, and let us know what you're thinking. Absolutely. Let us know what you're thinking. Wayne will get the caller back online. Let me do this. You know, and in case my friend is listening, that is I got another text. An absolutely fantastic picture. God, love you. I fantastic. I'll call you as soon as I get off like that. There you go. Yes. So you're welcome to also send us a text if you like. 8251. Of course, 833-MORTAL and the numeral 1. All right, Wayne, I know you don't like me bugging you, but we're in another 10-minute break when you're busy trying to get a caller on the line. Let's hit the break, and then we'll come right back. So the phone lines are tied up, are they? Well, you're welcome to leave us a message. And because your voice deserves to be heard, we just might play the recording on air. So sit up straight, take a deep breath, belt it out, and let us know what you're thinking.
See, that's what happens when you hit buttons that you shouldn't be hitting, Brian.
Oh, tough luck. Get over it. I heard you could hear it in your voice earlier. I know. You're absolutely right.
I just found you a mute button here.
I keep waiting for the buzz button. Bzz, bzz, right? Like I'm wearing one of those dog collars. Bzz, bzz. All right. So phone lines are now open. If you can't get through, we're going to get your voicemail message. Hopefully, we're going to play. Look, let's work on playing this message, Wayne, one way or another. We'll get this message played, but we'll also get on the phone with UPS right after the show and make sure these calls come through. So we are absolutely sorry about that. If you're listening and you want to text us, please do. You can text the very same number. Thank you so very much for playing along. All right, Wayne, I know. Do we have another segment that's coming up here in this break? Or are we ready to jump right to Mortal Up?
Well, we have a few additions to Media Mania.
Oh, let's do, Wayne, because let me just say this, and I know you don't like it when I hit buttons, right? But this is absolutely amazing. And what I'm talking about, whenever Wayne comes up with a new logo, it just blows you away. Blows you away, as it does me, right? So, Wayne, let's drop the new drop the mic, right? Let's drop the new logo. All right. Here we go. From our Media Mania files. And we won't be talking about Media Mania today because we've kind of kicked that dead horse for a while. But, of course, we have the New York Crimes, the Washington Compost, right? Our friends over at the Circus News Network. Very nice. Oh, Spitter. Spitter's right over there. Don't forget now that they can edit what goes on a platform. They're a news agency over at Spitter. Pure BS, PBS, thank you very much for playing along. MSNBC, yeah. Oh, we added C-Scam now because of, no, not Dale. What is the guy's name? Steve Scully. Scully from C-Spam. He's been added to the Media Mania. Oh, Meet the Mess with Chuck Todd. Meet the Mess. Hysterical. Yeah, Meet the Mess with Chuck Todd. That's just great. And he's like a bigwig at MSNBC. And also, of course, NPR National Propaganda Radio. Wayne, thank you for all the work. It looks, I got to tell you, it looks absolutely spectacular, the new logo. What do you think?
It works. It's just, it keeps on, the list keeps growing.
I know, it's amazing.
And I'm going to run out of room.
Right? It's going to have to take up a full page on the website. Oh, which would probably be a good time to mention. Head on over to counterpunch.media. Head on over to mortalup.com or radiobride.com. Wayne keeps working every day to put new things, new ways for you to get the audio. And we're doing the Mortal Up Minute, which we'll talk about. Well, maybe we'll talk about it. Then we'll do a version of the Mortal Up Minute here in just a bit. So here, we're going to try it again. All right. So as Wayne's busy getting the caller, let me say hello to Miss Putnam once again. Thank you for joining us. Oh, excuse me. It's the Snickers bar. It's a fun size, but I got to tell you, it gives you gas. You got to be careful, right? If you get a lot of these, you know what else I like? York peppermint patties.
Our phone line isn't working.
The phone line isn't working. All right. Well, sorry about that. Once again, we will get on it and see. Yes, we love it too. Thank you.
Let me give him the other number, Brian.
Give him the other number. Let's get him in here, and then figure out. We're going to have to call UPS and go,
right.
Look, you can't keep delivering calls without contents. Right? That's just not fair.
They can call. They can call in to our direct line here at the studio.
Right.
810-412-5999. Again, 810-412-5999.
Yeah, give them a call. That would be great. Give them a call at that number. And Wayne, can you throw that in the Facebook? Maybe you don't want to do the direct line just in case. But for the people watching or listening, we most certainly can have you call on that line. Michael, yes, I love it as well. It's just, Wayne's amazing. You come up with a graphic, he'll go ahead and throw it right up there for you. Hey, can I do a quick little thing, Wayne, before we get ready to jump? Because I want to talk about the Mortal Up Minute, how we're syndicating it, all the different ways that people, a really good friend of mine the other day called them brain bites. BRAINBYTES, brain bites. I thought, wow, that's really crafty. We used to call them audio bites. Remember that?
Yeah.
But people used to say, why are you slamming audio? Call them audio bites. No, not bites spelled like that. Give you an idea of some of the listeners, right? Some of the people that used to listen to the old show. Let me just say, there's a critical need. We're getting a critical need alert from the Red Cross. If you don't donate blood, it may be something you want to think about, right? There is an increased need for blood, and your donation can help with the shortage, right? So I donate blood. I think it's like every 6 weeks, Wayne, something like that. I donate plasma. I donate platelets. Those are a little more of an investment of your time, right? You go, sometimes you donate blood, I'm in and out in an hour. Now, the added benefit is after the fact, folks, after the fact, you get a little email telling you how you tested for, how you tested for the Wuhan wheeze, do you have COVID, that kind of thing, which is kind of cool if that's something that you're worried about. But if you want to go and donate blood or plasma or the like, it's a great thing to know that you're helping other folks. And through a very critical time. And they're just experts at doing it. So you don't have to worry about, I didn't have an ailment when I walked in, but I sure had one when I walked out. Nothing like that. So punch in your local Red Cross. I'm getting another voicemail, Wayne. Hey, I'll ask you this, Wayne. Can you check the voicemail from there? We'll get another voicemail and then see if it's something that I can if I can play on air right here, right? I'll just go and do it. But let's see what the scoop is, why the phone lines aren't working. And again, we got to contact UPS. Don't deliver a call with all the contents gone. That's not very fair, is it, Wayne? That's not fair at all. All right, so let's do this, brother. Well, in the interim, let's go ahead and jump to my favorite segment of the show. Ever have one of those days where you just scratch your head wondering what has happened to humanity? How so many of us have devolved into brittle brains atop balsa wood spines. When did it become commonplace, even vogue, to be a victim, insulted by damn near everything, always on the lookout for opportunities to be triggered or offended, where your sense of self is more like a wide-open message board, waiting on a random drool, painted with the vile graffiti. There's no other word for it but vile. But the graffiti of some gutless bully, stuffed full of keyboard courage. These never-humans, as I like to call them, buzzing around you like moths to an open flame, mosquitoes to a blue light. When you think about it, it's odd. They're both out for your blood. I first created the concept of Mortal Up as my way of suggesting that these crap weasels were micro minds, not fully invested in their own personal human wherewithal. So they look to project their angst and their anger on the rest of us. It's like road rage for those crappy realities they call life, the hollow wrapped in hostile. At its core, Mortal Up is about honing the metal of your mind and your body, philosophically and physiologically, always rising to your full potential while deploying the many attributes gifted to you by the divine. My grandfather would often repeat this biblical mantra, and he increased in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and man. I know it's very as above, so below, as I would learn in a cave on a secluded mountain in China. What did I learn? Well, if it worked for Jesus, it can work for you and me. Mortal Up. It's your mind and your muscle. Why let either of them atrophy? The point we're trying to make through this is that physiologically, right, and philosophically, when you mortal up, you go back to the abilities that you were born with. You go back to the ability to handle physically and mentally, right? Mind your metal. When we talk about get another rope, you're at the end of the rope. It's time to get another rope. When I spent some time in that tiny little cave tucked away in a distant mountain in China, and the monk that lived there would say the Tao follows its own path. Thy will be done. As above, so below. That was the beginning of Mortal Up. To say that if it's been done before, you can do it. If it's been done by any human being, you can do it. Now, look, there's all kinds of people with road rage. There's all kinds of people that take their road rage, not even behind the wheel of a car. They take their road rage out because they're just not tapping in to who they are. So they are, you know what, Wayne, you ever hear, what was it I heard this morning? Generation Z? What are some of the other ones? What is it? Is there a Generation X that I haven't heard about? But Generation Z, this and that. Well, I've come up with a new one. You ready for the mute button?
Go for it.
I call it Generation Pissed, right? For the people that are like us that have worked as hard as we can to hone the metal of the human mind with everything going on in the world today. Like John Stossel said the other day, look, you can get all worked up about the election. Did your guy win? Did your guy lose? Did your girl win? Did your girl lose? All this or that. But the best things in life have nothing to do with these crap weasel politicians. Nothing to do with these crime dons. Right? The very best parts in your life, everything you've ever needed, you've always had. So instead of getting caught up in the mashugana, instead of getting caught up in everyone with the keyboard courage, I'll just type some. You go over on Spitter first thing in the morning. That's where I came up with the clipboard of doom. You go over there. It's unbelievable. But here's the thing. When you mortal up, and we went over the Marianas Trench earlier and Death Valley and this and that, a part of mortaling up is you really don't care. You wish them all the best in the world, but you don't give a crap about their opinion when it comes to you. You're what do they used to say about Bill Clinton, Teflon Willie, because nothing sticks to him? Well, how about Teflon you and me? Where outside opinion doesn't stick to us. We say it all the time. You're probably sick of hearing it, but sticks and stones can break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Well, we're Generation Pissed because we never agreed to put words on the other side of the ledger. Where sticks, stones, and words can break your bones. No, they can't. And only a micro mind will tell you that they can. So the key to mortal up, and let me just mention this, Wayne, because I got a couple texts about it this morning. Actually, a call yesterday and 2 texts this morning about viewers watching the show. A couple different viewers made statements. One asked the question, but they're all about the same, around the same way. Brian, we've been watching you, and, we've been seeing the videos, and we've been following what you've been up to. How much weight have you lost? Right? What has happened? And the bottom line is, I'm down 40 pounds. And now there's 2 reasons, Wayne. One, because I'm no longer subject to the doctors telling me be careful. I can ride a bike, I can run, I can protest with my mortal up signs. I can do this and do that. But people go, well, what diet did you subscribe to? It's a very simple diet. It's the diet of no. Because the function of mortal up, a function of losing weight, and I heard a big-time celebrity yesterday, and I don't want to throw her under the bus because she's got her own battles, the little micro mind. But she's talking about, how tough it's been, how she's gained 40 pounds during the lockdown, and how tough managing your weight is. No, it isn't tough. Stop. Just stop. Another micro mind trying to convince you that you're somehow broken, that you're somehow defective, that you're somehow a little tchotchke hummel, a little knick-knack that needs to be protected, right? You're so fragile. You're so breakable. No, you're not. When it comes to mortal up, when it comes to the 40-pound weight loss for me of late, 1 is that they let me out of the house. 2, what was my diet? What was the big top secret thing that I did, Wayne, as you know? What did I do to lose 40 pounds? What will I do to lose another 30, right? Had my tumor 50, which really, Wayne, we should have Derek come on. We should have Derek talk about this. right, from Derek Noel Fitness. We should have him come on, but I'm going to do a new segment called Fitness After 50-ish. 50-ish. I know it's not popular day for truth in advertising, but I'll do a segment called Fitness After 50-ish. If you've celebrated your 50th birthday 10 times like I have, just tune in for our new episode, Fitness After 50-ish. My main diet, Wayne, has been the word no. Do I need a third piece of cheesecake? No. Do I need to eat an entire pizza by myself? Admittedly, the pepperoni is to die for. No. Right? No. No, no, no. So what's been my diet? The word no. The word no. Is this benefiting me? I'm sorry?
Unless I'm heading down your way and you're always wanting whatever my wife makes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, right, because I starve myself for every other day of the week. Right? So, because I just a fantastic cook, right? But here's the thing. Everything in moderation. So, when it comes to mortaling up physically, do I need to roll over and hit the snooze alarm? No. Do I need to eat the entire cheesecake? No. When it comes to doing it philosophically, do I need to be triggered by what this person just said to me? Cue the word. No. Do I need to be derailed by what this person just said to me? No. Do I need to be, right? Do I need to be maligned? Do I need to be injured? Do I need to be hurt? Shakespeare's, suffering, the slings and arrows. Do I need to be hurt by this? No. And that's the definition of mortaling up, physically and philosophically, physiologically and in terms of your body. Mortal up means that you're above all of this. Everyone says, well, you can't be above the law. Well, you are above those things that hold you back and down. You get to say no. Do I need to drink a whole case of beer? No. Do I need to drink a whole bottle of Johnny Walker Blue Label? Just my arm. No. Right? Do I need to eat 10 meals a day? No. Here's another thing. Do I need to eat a big breakfast? No. Do I need to listen to the government? Oh, here's the food pyramid. No. One of the things that I've done, and if it's helpful to the people that I've spoken to and it's helpful to you, I do intermittent fasting. Not for any other reason other than the fact, do I need a bowl of ice cream at 10 o'clock at night? No. So what I've done, Wayne, is I'll eat a decent dinner, go to bed. I don't eat again till it's dinner time. Now, in fairness to say, a part of mortal up is, look, give yourself a little bit of a break. When Wayne brings baked goods down, you can't say no to either. When Wayne brings baked goods down, that's a free day. Eat all I want. It's my life. I'll do what I damn well please. So stop buying into this, that you don't have the ability to do anything you want because you were born spectacular. You still are spectacular. So outside of the slumber, outside of all the people trying to dovetail their dreams with your, right? I should say you dovetailing your dreams with theirs. Of course they want to water down your wherewithal. Because if you can be lured to their opinion, you can be led by their opinion. And I'm simply here to say, don't do it. Just say no. You're so much better than that. So much better than listening to the Meshuggah and other crowd. All right, Wayne, let me thank everyone. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Thank you so very much. If you joined us at radiobride.com, as I know some have from the text, thank you so very much. My apologies to the callers that have called in. We'll figure out the phone thing as soon as we get off air. Also, thank you to everyone listening on Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, and iTunes Radio. Thank you very much as well. Wayne, have I forgotten anything? You know how I can be. I have amnesia from time to time, you know.
No, I don't think you forgot anything. Everything's gone almost as planned.
Yeah, we'll figure out this phone thing here as soon as you cue the closing. All right, everybody, have an absolutely fantastic Thursday. If they happen to celebrate Thanksgiving where you are, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic day, and we will see you tomorrow. Wayne, hit it.
Thanks for listening to the Brian Brawdy Show. Until next time, get out there and mortal up.